Hello! Lady Retro back here again with another tour of my beautiful fantasy medieval fairy tale kingdom build here on the Jancy Patreon server. I'm super excited today because guess what? I am basically finished the castle! Like, seriously, it's basically finished. It just doesn't have furniture, you know, like beds and stuff like that in the rooms. But all the rooms are laid out, I've started with decorations, and it's looking absolutely amazing. I'm so excited for it. So, in honor of this new castle being finally finished, I have made myself a new dress. Are you ready? Boom. There we go. Fit for a queen. So, we're gonna do a little bit of a quicker tour, just focusing on this castle area because that's all I've really been working on. So as we come along here, you'll notice a couple of new things. There is a new tower. I've added a watchtower to this western side of the whole western side of the castle because it was just looking like a little bit unprotected. And I've added the stables. This down here is the town stables. So, not finished yet, doesn't have any horses. A certain member of the server has promised me horses in return for generous payment. But he has just not provided, so if anybody else wants to provide me with horses and or donkeys, I will pay you handsomely. But here we go, this is the town stables, you know, you put your horse in here if you're not taking it inside to the castle. And this has a cute little link up just here, actually, to the back of the tavern/inn. So this is the tavern in here. And I'm imagining this is sort of like an owner's exit. You know, they can go out this way, feed the horses through here, and along this way. I'm thinking in this little grove here, putting like a magical witch's hut right here, like partially under grass, partially with like a thatched roof, flowers everywhere, a little bit creepy but just a little bit magical as well, and then just cover it up with wildlife so you can barely see it unless you go to it. Coming back this way, you can see a really good view of the bridge over there. I'm gonna make this area like much better terraformed with some lovely trees in here and things like that. So, coming into the castle, what I've been trying to work on is just the feel and the atmosphere of this town. So obviously up this way you can go up here. Oh, I really need stuff along here. That's the new watchtower that I added. So obviously there'll be an entrance to that somewhere just here, I would imagine, and have like a spiral staircase going up to it. But I'm thinking of putting market stalls just around here, just to add some color and really fill up the area so it seems a bit more confined walking through here. Again, maybe another market stall here. I'm working on these roofs here, just trying to do some different roofs, and now this one here is a really cute, like, fairy tale looking building that I like the look of so far. Again, it doesn't have any walls on it. And more market stalls, so this is going to be a big market area, lots of stalls around here, and maybe even off into this corner. I think this is going to be a shop, maybe a tailor. It's getting nighttime, I should probably sleep. I've been working up on these buildings here, trying to get the shapes and the heights in to really get the feel of how this is gonna come out. I'm not really sure what to put here, whether I'll squish in a tiny building or maybe just do some more market stalls. And it's all going to be quite lush, like this sort of area. So I will quickly sleep and then we'll go inside the castle keep itself. So yeah, this is sort of meant to be a richer area, so I've gone with those materials a little bit more so, and a bit more stone than other places. In the other ones I use more terracotta and brick in the buildings, as well as just wood, lots of wood. I think the stone and the bone block and mushroom block have a much nicer, more opulent feel, very medieval. Coming into the castle now, I'm gonna do a quick tour for those people who haven't seen what I've done previously, so there might be a little bit of repeating for those who have seen it, but I'll try to make it quick, I promise. So we have over this way the stables. This is gonna be a little smithy, horses in there. This is a new finished area, so this is gonna be all storage, and in here is where the craftsmen live, so maybe like apprentices or the blacksmith, the carpenter will live in those places there. This way over here is just going to be more of a storage stuff for the stables. I've started working on that, but I need to get a lot more hay in here, I think. Again, this is just a look out into the city. And this, I'm thinking, is going to be a bedroom or something like that. Actually, I'll show you down this way. Here we have the lower level of the castles. This has sort of where the servants, all those sort of areas the servants are going to go through. So we've got the kitchens here, so this is going to be full of tables and everything. Giant furnace. Come down this way, we've got on the left here the food storage room. So this is going to be shelves and shelves of food that they use to cook. And down this way leads towards the dungeons. So if I go up, I can join the barracks area, but we'll see that later. All the way down leads to my dungeons, which we'll take a quick look at. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go. So this is the dungeons level. We've got the plain prisons here, which can be a bit dangerous. I've had a few spawns. I got a sneaky skull in here. And these are meant to be like maybe torture rooms or specific cells for specific prisoners can go in these little rooms. Like maybe they need to be interrogated or something. Anyway, I actually forgot what I wanted to do on one of these levels here just above the dungeons is an ice room. So one of the rooms where they keep all the stuff that they need to keep cold, they keep it deep down in the bowels of the castle because it's cold down there. Coming along this way, this leads to my portal room. So I have a portal in every area of my kingdom, every main area. This one here is the castle area, so this is the middle portal. And if you go this way, we've got two ways to go. So down here is the tombs. So this is supposed to be the royal family tombs, and obviously there's nothing in them. It's half slabbed so that things can't spawn. But I'm going to put sort of crypt-looking things in there. And there's a few rooms, and then this one. Thinking like of royal kings and stuff like that get put there. And this door here, I haven't really done much with. This leads off to the only tower that doesn't have an interior. So it's kind of a pointless tower right now. So this is going to be an area where some, scholar lives down here and he looks after really old manuscripts, maybe paintings of the king, maybe a little bit of treasure, or just like lots and lots of books and scrolls explaining the history of this castle, who it was built by, and all that kind of thing. Says, in my head, this is a very ancient kingdom, like from Celtic times, which is where a lot of the fairy tales that we know today that I've kind of based this look of the castle, those sort of Disney fairy tales, those sort of things have come from like those Celtic stories. We have this way here, which leads to the back of the castle, which, let me put my stuff back on. I might be able to give you a good flyby of the castle because it is looking beautiful. Woo! There we go. I love it. So you've got the Great Hall. You've got these towers which lead up to like an apothecary sort of thing or a mage tower. Some are bedrooms. I'll come to a stop right here because speaking of bedrooms, I'll take a pause from our lower levels of the castle, take a look at the guest quarters and the areas that the wealthy people are going to be hanging out at. So this here is a guest room. So I'm thinking a couple of homely things down here, just like a nice place to sit and rest. And if you come upstairs, this is a bedroom. So this is one of the towers actually that's overlooking the main gate. I should probably put windows in here actually. Can I put windows? Ah, yes. That would make it so much nicer. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Okay. I hope that looks good from the outside. So you gotta give the guests a good view, you know, over the town, over the fields, into the other guests' bedroom window, you know. I'll have to come back and get some glass for that. If you come down here, we've got this little entryway as well. So this is all part of the same guest quarters. And then the second one is right next to it here. So this one's laid out a bit differently, quite a bit differently. So more open air space down here, and then just a ladder to get up to the bedrooms. I'm not sure if I want to add a proper staircase. I'll see how I feel later. Let's pop the windows on this one while we're here as well. I think that's going to be really nice. It's such a better feel in here already. Okay, heading back out. You may have seen this already, but I'm going to do a quick tour of the lovely Great Hall. So this Great Hall here is in two parts. We've got this upper floor, which you see I've done the whole roof in here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It might be a bit dark on YouTube, but the whole roof has been done and designed with these huge chandeliers. I'm so glad in this new default texture pack they changed the little end of the end rod from purple to gray. It's so much more usable. I've used them so much now that I never used them before. So down this way is the main part of the ground floor of the Great Hall. So imagining two long tables, one here with chairs on either side, and just a path up the middle. So this is where all the people come and sit and eat. I might do some more individual tables at the top, but I'm thinking that area is more for when I think during the day the tables would all be pushed to the sides, and it would be more of a, you know, come in and talk to the king, you know, ask for favors or tell them about your woes. So the king sits here, and people who want to talk to the king manage to come through here, but other people who are just viewing, like the poorer people, can just like hang out at the top and just look down and watch as the king presides over his people, or, you know, or the queen. That's queen resides over her people too. Coming on here, you see it's nighttime. I'm gonna have a quick sleep. I don't want to be missing nights because I'm just so over phantoms. I seem to always be very high up now, working on all these towers and things, and I'm just so over them. So coming in this way is a Sentry Tower. What I'm working on here is a really, I think this is a 1:4 ratioed map of my kingdom, which is just here, and the area around it. Eventually I want to fill this entire area. I'd love to see people coming and building in sort of, we've got this plains biome down here. This is another dark oak forest. We've got a regular forest up there. This land down here is taiga biome. I think this is like extreme hills up here. One of the other people on the server is actually just here on this island, so it'd be great to see people, like, I don't know, coming together in a similar area and all building kingdom type stuff. That'd be awesome. Love to see you guys pop up on the map. So this obviously is the map room, or sort of the war room, I guess you'd say. So the big map of the surrounding area, you know, the competing kingdoms or allies, and just a few books on maybe those allies themselves or things like that. Now everything up here is royal bedrooms. You see I've used that mushroom block again. So here we go. This is going to be a nice big fancy bedroom in there. Come up here, there's a little balcony, another big bedroom here with like its own little closet. And I've tried to get windows in here. It's been a bit hard, and some of them look silly from the outside, but you just can't have the rich royal bedrooms not have windows in them. Anyway, come up here, this is the bridge. So this is a nice bridge that connects this central tower here to this one on the end. And this one spirals all the way up and down. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Oh, there you can have a good view of that new watchtower as well. Really simple. I think I want to add some more leaves to the back side of it. I only added them to the front. Anyway, we've got one more level of royal bedroom. So I'm thinking, you know, one for the king and queen. Oh, that's the closet. One for the king and queen. One for a prince and one's for a princess. And we come up here. This is the last royal bedroom here. Quite a large space, and this I think will be separated off into a little closet as well, possibly. So much fancier than the bedrooms you'll see later when we explore the servants' quarters. And this part here has not been done the interior of, but this is going to be a grand library. And then a spiral staircase in the middle that leads all the way up to the mage tower up the top. So that's going to be a really magical place. But this one I'm thinking, you know, really tall shelves of bookshelves, you know, ladders having to go up. I'm trying to make a thing that looks like one of those slidey ladders that, you know, slides across. Anyway, that's this area up here. And I might go all the way back down and show you the servants' quarters, well, the knights' quarters, knights' barracks first, and then the servants' quarters to see in comparison. So, down here, this is where we were before when we first started the circle. Got this little garden here. This area is going to be just sort of a churchy type thing, but I haven't really done much with it yet. Then we come here. This building on the northernmost part of the castle is the Barracks Building. So if we come in here, this is just a mechanism for the drawbridge outside. This is going to be some storage for the knights and their armor and weapons, things like that, their specific stuff. Then we come up here, and this is a barracks. This might be like a lounging kind of area. We've got one room here, which will have quite a few beds in it. And these towers here overlook the northernmost part of the castle up into the what's going to be the big fields. And then coming back out, we can go up another level. And we have two more bedrooms, so one just here and one up the very top. And here we have the map, not of the surrounding area, but of our land. So these knights, you know, in their barracks really focus about protecting our land. But, you know, the king, if he wants to do war, is looking out on kingdoms. That's my explanation for how this is like. Oh, and actually, I just realized I haven't updated it since adding the stables. I wonder what that's going to look like. Oh, very nice. And we can see that new tower pop up there as well. I just love it. I just love it so much. Okay. Continuing out of these barracks buildings. This is that tower that leads down to the dungeons and the kitchens. And we come back down here. And I think really the only thing left to show you... Oh, this is the armory, by the way. It's gonna have armor and stuff in it. Come back this way. And this is the servants' quarters. So we start with a couple of nicer rooms, quite large, but this is going to be sort of living quarters as well. This is their entire house, basically, for like a family that would live here, probably. And another pretty large room, maybe a couple lives in this room. And then down another level, we've got a few more servants' quarters that are this big. So one person, you know, you have a bed in there and maybe a chest with some belongings, and that's it. This is a cute little extra that I really like, is this little hidden tower that goes up the side here and leads into another room. So somebody else lives here, or maybe a family or a couple in this cute little back area. And we are back down the bottom of this cute little staircase here. There's just a little more to show. So we have this hallway down here. I want to put some paintings maybe on the wall. And then just a kind of storage area. More of these poor servants' rooms. And finally, this little exit here that goes out into the river or the moat that surrounds the castle. So this is mostly just a natural river, which I've kind of terraformed and extended and expanded a little bit. To make it so that it really separates the castle and almost completely surrounds it. And we've got a little bit of a man-made moat that flows down this way. So I kind of think of this gate area as sort of a place where maybe moving cargo in and out on small barges, maybe any sort of rubbish or anything they want to get rid of, they send out on the river on barges, or any sort of larger products that want to come into the castle. Now, it looks like it's nighttime. I'm gonna sleep, and after this, what I really want to do is get to work on some of those smaller details and finishing touches of the castle. Things like this that just have boring rooms. This is going to be maybe a cellar or storage room back here. And those last little rooms I wanted to do and add in, just add some finishing touches on the castle. So I'm going to get to work on that, and I will update you when I have more to show. And I'm back with just a quick little update on what I have been doing. I wanted to start off with some of the smaller things on my to-do list. So I got some of these areas sort of all dug out and ready. So this is going to be the wine cellar. Oh. And pop a door on that one. Picking that door. Where they keep barrels of wine and beer and things like that. And down this way, we have my icebox or ice room, where they keep all the cold stuff. So we're pretty deep underground right now, quite a few layers underground. Even the cellar upstairs is underground. So that should keep all those things nice and cool, and that just leads down to the dungeons. Another little thing that I've done is just a little bit of work finishing off this watchtower here. It's got a few more details, and it's got a proper path and a door and a staircase that will take you all the way to the top. It's a bit funky at the moment, but it is a nice defensive view. Down here, this is a project for another day, but I really want to make a really nice watermill just there as the river rushes past out to the ocean. And finally, back inside the cube itself, I did do a little bit of work on getting the records room sorted out. So we saw this very briefly before, but just a little update. Oh, we've got this sort of area here where the scholar that works here would sit at the desk to look after the records, and this is just a few things, but down through here, actually I wanted to pop a couple of doors on this. Let's go fancy door. Through this way keeps like the extended records. Pop another same door. Oh, just on here. So this is going to be, lots and lots of ladders and levels of shelves, just storing old manuscripts. While I'm here, actually, something that some of you may not have seen is my nether hub. So the nether hub is themed towards sort of a spiritual, mystical world. We've got a huge nether hub, so that's our tunnel there, which is down the eastern tunnel. I might check spawn as well while I'm here. Got a few shops that I think might be sold out of a few things. Here I am now at spawn, also known as the shopping district. And there's quite a few builds. I have a few shops myself. Thought I'd bring you along here so anyone who isn't on the server can have a look at what this area looks like. And I'll quickly check my shops. This is my Enchanted Forest log shop. Oh, diamonds! Oh yeah, I emptied that out. Oh, so we got someone buying some saplings as well. Oh wow! Damn, 29 diamonds. Also got my slime shop. Nope, that stuff hasn't sold in forever. And finally, this is my skull emporium, where I sell vanilla mop heads, which I make from my farm. Oh, I sold one. The skeletons are undoubtedly the nicest, I reckon. Oh, and I sold a creeper as well. Definitely need to stock that up. Alright, time to head home. And have a look at what it's looking like now. I've just done a few little tiny details and bits and pieces around, and I think it's because I'm procrastinating doing these houses here. So let me fly all the way up, have a look at the town and the castle, and maybe we can do a bit of a before and after comparison. And here we are. So I've taken a potion of slow falling so we can get a real good look at this castle. This is it, guys. I'm declaring it. It's finished. There are a couple more buildings for me to finish up and the interiors of all these buildings, but that's something I'm going to do slowly over time. I think what I want to do now is focus on the rest of my building. So the next area I want to get done is this back farmland area. I want a windmill and a few little houses and things like that. So anyway, flying back into view of the castle, let's stop down just outside the front gates, if I can do that without dying. Alright, so here we go. Tried to start work on the atmosphere. I still haven't come up with a good lantern or sort of street light kind of design for this area. Let me know if you have any ideas. But I've started, these marketplaces are going to be sort of littered all over the place because of course people come to trade at the castle. I've got this tree that's new. This building here is new. This building here is new. I really love it. It's so Fairytale-esque. I don't know why. Gonna be some more market stalls around here. Come along this way, and this building over here is new as well. So I still need to, as I said, work on the lighting and the interiors of everything. But I'm officially declaring this beautiful place finished, basically. And here we are. So I am officially declaring this castle build finished. It's something I'll slowly work on and add to finish up the couple remaining houses that we have, and also just put in the furniture and things like that, and the interiors of the shops and things that surround the castle. So anyway, I've taken a potion of slow falling, as you can see. We're very slowly descending to the finished castle. There's a couple more things to do, a few more areas that need detailing. But what I really want to start doing is to start working on some of the other areas of this kingdom. So if you don't know, I have got, this isn't the first area I've worked on. If I come over this way, we have my first build of this kingdom, which is this little village. So this is just a quaint little Fairytale village. And there's a path connecting it up to the castle build that I have been working on recently. So calling this finished, what I want to do next is to move on to this back area. Oh, we've run out of slow falling. Lucky I made extra. Oh man. Those are so annoying to craft as well. Anyway, this area here is the farming district, the farmland. I'm imagining huge rolling wheat fields, vegetable patches. Over this way, on this hill, we're going to have a windmill, really tall windmill, and back here a couple of, poor people's houses. Maybe even incorporate these little island areas here a little bit as well. And the thing I'm most excited for here in this farming area is just here on the edge of this island. I want to make it a tourney ground. So I'm imagining a huge tent here in the colors of this kingdom, and then maybe like a jousting area or something like that. Really excited. And of course I've got to terraform all of that and make it look beautiful. But yeah, that's the next area I'm working on. And after the farmland is declared finished, I'm going to start a brand new project that I'm going to do sort of a let's play for as I slowly build it up rather than just like tours and updates. And that's going to be this area here, which will be a huge port city. So massive docks run by merchants and trade that come in off of the sea, because this is actually a huge ocean. But as you can see, this will be connected up as well. And let's have one final atmospheric walkthrough of the completed castle. Gotta add a couple of trees out here, I think. I want to start working on some custom pines. I think that would really finish this area off. So yeah, we'll be coming back to this, and I'll just update you as it gets, more and more completed. Got the town. Coming into the castle. And let's head up to the barracks to pop in this updated map of the castle. Boom. I love how everything is coming along. Something I also want to work on as like a little side project is the woods. I want to add a lot of custom trees, and we keep in or modify some of the just vanilla dark oak trees and add some, cute little ponds. There's a witch's hut that I think I talked about earlier. All those sort of mystical, magical things. I'm going to make it look like really nice when walking through either of these paths through the woods. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, or if you're at all interested in seeing where I take the rest of the builds and the building of my kingdom, the farming district, the enchanted forest, or in the future the port city, please consider leaving this video a like or maybe subscribing. But most importantly, thanks for watching. See ya!